Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Zoom call. And just getting back yesterday for Super Sunday with the Coovers. So exciting. They called it a historical event, you guys. And it honestly really was because I can't remember in the 3 years that I've been with Isogenics, the Coovers ever being anywhere doing any kind of event in Southern California. So it was pretty amazing. And, for some of you or most of you who have been to an event and have seen the Coovers talk, it's really awesome to see that they are really here for us, the associates, and they are willing to do anything to help us. It's so neat, and it was really cool to be on an intimate level. I mean, it was like probably like less than 200 people. That's what they said. It was a room for 200 people. And or was that four? No, I think it was 200, not 400. Anyways, yeah, and you never get a chance to see the Coovers in that much of an intimate setting. I mean, when we got there to the hotel, Kathy Coover, like she welcomed us, and she like shook all of our hands and stuff like that. It was really neat. In the all the times that we've been to these huge events, there's like thousands of people, like Celebration, it's like 15,000 people, and you don't really get a lot of opportunity to take photos or to even talk to them or anything like that. So it was really neat to do that, and we took more than enough pictures. We took so many pictures with them. They probably thought we were little stalkers because we kept on getting more people in, like our team kept on showing up, so there's more people in our group, and we wanted to make sure that we all got a photo with them together and stuff. So it was really cool. But what it really was it was an opportunity meeting. So it was started off with Kathy Coover, talking about the products and everything like that, talking about what is your ideal life. And they went over again, like their no compromise policy. And sometimes like I say that all the time, but sometimes I forget what that really means. And it's really neat. I mean, they really do have no compromise policy, meaning like, when John Anderson, the reason why he came to the Coovers for Isogenics is because he didn't want to compromise his products. Because, when he would take them to other companies and stuff like that, they would try to like water it down or replace certain ingredients with other ingredients so that they could sell it for cheaper to people and everything like that. And so when Isogenics says no compromise, they mean whatever John Anderson comes up with, no matter how rare or whatever the ingredient is, they make sure that those are the ingredients that we're getting, the formula that he created at its finest and at its purest, and so I think I forgot about that part when I think about no compromise. I always knew that it was like we're getting the ingredients that they say that we're getting, and they make sure that if we're getting protein from New Zealand, then that's where we're getting our protein, and they're not going to compromise and get it from some other country because they're low on that ingredient or anything like that. But I thought that was really neat and stuff. And of course, Jim Coover went over like the compensation plan, not in detail. I mean, their time was really limited with us. So it was pretty much the two of them, and then the presenter who brought them there, the Maria Lupita, and then her upline, Jay Colburn. Is that what his name was? Them two. They talked a little bit just about their story and stuff like that. But that's like pretty much what it was. And then they had photo opportunities and stuff like that for people, and they're always giving away stuff. I've never been to a Super Saturday before where they give stuff away. Like they gave everyone like a shaker cup, because of course it's the Coovers, they're going to give you stuff. So that was cool. You really did feel special and in a small intimate setting in a small group and stuff like that with them. So I don't know, anybody else who was there want to share anything about
special shaker cup or a regular shaker cup?
No, it was the bigger shaker cup. So I mean, it was the green lid, but the big one, not
Just
the little one.
I want to know what I missed out on.
You missed out on a picture with personally meeting Kathy Coover and Jim Coover,
I did, but I met 4 new prospects wine tasting, so
Nice.
It was successful.
Oh, good. So I don't know if you guys have specific questions or anybody else who was there. Let me see. Sylvia, it was Sylvia's first event. How awesome is that? I don't think that, because she's never been to an event before, she doesn't know how like awesome it is to get to meet the Coovers. But I don't know if Sylvia, if you can unmute yourself. It doesn't even look like you're muted if you can say anything since it was your first event ever. Sylvia?
Okay, I'm going to guess that I know what I'm doing here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Good job.
Okay. I'm being the crazy that I always
You're cutting out and we can't hear you.
Yeah, and I got the phone on my visor, okay? So I'm listening to you guys.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Okay, can you hear me? I have my phone on the visor because I'm driving and I didn't want to miss this.
Yeah. So share, what did you think?
So I thought it was awesome in listening to how they began. Again, the quality of their product, and also seeing how many young people are so involved in this nutrition program. Hello?
Yes, yes. No, totally. Yes,
Can you
they
hear me?
had a lot. Yes, we can.
Okay. So that
Thank you.
was the one thing that really amazed me, knowing that there were so many young people involved. Usually, you don't see them committed that long, usually a phase, but I was really impressed, which is very motivating, very motivating.
That's awesome. Yeah, they had people stand up for like, how many pounds lost, obviously like 10 pounds, 25 pounds, 50 over 50 pounds like that, but they also had people stand up for like income, which was really neat too. And then they had like all the people that were cycling like over 20 cycles stand up there, and a lot of them were millionaires. So that was cool. Was that impactful for you, Sylvia, seeing all those people making all that money?
Yes, that was very much.
Anybody else? I see Terry is on. Terry was there, and also Christina was there.
I was super excited about it just to see how enthusiastic and excited Kathy is all the time, and she is just as sincere and personable to every single person. Like, doesn't matter who you are. When we walked in the hotel lobby, it was just our luck because we valeted, right? And we went, oh, we're not going to valet. Never mind, it's too expensive. No, we'll valet. So we valeted. If we hadn't valeted, we wouldn't have met her walking in, right? So I just look at it like it was meant to be. Like, so we walk in and there she is, and she's walking away from like a private group meeting that was going on kind of in the little lounge in the lobby. And she clearly made eye contact with us, and she just said, hi. Like, she didn't, I mean, maybe she assumed we were there for the Isogenics event, but I mean, she didn't know. She just came right out and said hi and just started talking to us. And we, we introduced ourselves, and we all walked to the restroom together, actually. So it was just so cool, though. She was so nice and so genuine. And upstairs, they were very, very cordial, and they were just standing in the aisleway taking pictures and shaking hands with people. And Jim was happy to take as long as it took to get that shot that we took. He was like,
I know.
He was so patient with us, and he's like, no problem, just take your time. And then did it again with Kathy.
Yeah, we took a lot of pictures.
I know, but they didn't care. They were excited. I think they were excited that we were excited. I just felt like this, and I'm always like blown away with how much energy and how sincere the Coovers are. Like, Kathy was so excited, sharing the plan like it was her first time.
Oh yeah, totally. It's always so exciting to hear the comp plan again. And then they talked about why they chose a binary plan, and they talked about the difference between like breakaway plans and stuff like that, and like the levels, like how other compensation plans have levels, and then you can only go down so many levels, like usually 6 levels is where you're cut off. So it's not like endless like ours, how it's binary, and you get all the volume from anyone that comes below you forever, and there's no breakaway and starting over. Kathy was in a company where she had 10 legs, you guys. 10. Isn't that insane? I mean, like building 10 separate teams that aren't even connected together. So they have a lot of a lot of reasoning and, and a lot of experience behind why they chose a binary plan and the way they did, and also how much money that they put into the compensation plan. And it's funny because Jim brought up something that I think a lot of us get asked sometimes, is like, how do they have this much money, to pay out all these people? But obviously not everyone is getting paid every single day, and you're not getting paid on every single person's order. So he says it kind of works like a bank. I like how he explained it like that, like our compensation, how or like what was or like insurance, when people make a claim. That's the example he gave. Insurance. Everyone pays for insurance. Like everyone's paying the $29 of membership and stuff like that, and everyone's buying products. All these customers are buying products, but not everyone's going to make a claim, to get paid out, meaning they are not a consultant and they're not getting paid, and especially getting paid a significant amount, and so and he says it takes a lot of time. And as the years have gone by, they've accrued more and more money, so they can put more money in, like thousands and millions of dollars into our compensation plan, so that we can get paid up front, all that upfront money and all those bonuses and things like that. Not just the residual income part, but it took them many years to get to where they're at now, so that they can give us all that money, which is really, that we work for, obviously. But it was really neat, and it made sense, so when people ask us, like, how do they have that money to pay everybody? It's not like everyone's not getting paid. Not everyone is making a claim, and they're not all making a claim at the very same time, so it makes sense.
I love that. That was like, that was really such a good, like, kind of visualization, because I get asked that all the time. Like, how can they possibly afford to pay out that much money?
Yeah. Because it's not everybody, or even close. Since 80%, more than 80% of people are product users or customers.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it, I think, for the Super Sunday. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to know about that, or anything else anybody that wanted to share about that? Yeah.
Hey, I'm in the dark. Hold on 2 seconds. It's Terry. So it was Todd's first time to any Isogenics event, and I haven't been pushing him at all, because he did the Amway thing and all that stuff, and he's like, I'm not going to do it again unless I own it and I'm in control and all this stuff. And so, but he was really impressed with them by everything that they said and certain words that they used, and the fact that their son is involved, because he's like, okay, they're getting older, they're not going to get to do this forever, like who's going to take over the company? And he thinks of things like that. And he was glad that his son was involved. And he was even saying, he's like, that he's doing he's getting a degree at Harvard, and he's like, that's going to be an interesting conversation that he's going to have with everybody else, because it's not the traditional way of making money and stuff like that. But so anyway, hopefully we'll sign him up soon.
Yay!
Yeah.
It's always a matter of time when you get someone to an event, something like that, especially like where they get to see the Coovers.
This one.
Yes.
Was amazing. He was really impressed. He really was. So
I'm sure. I couldn't imagine that he's not going to enroll.
I know. True. I'm just waiting until I have another person so I can sign 2 people up in the same week.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
And Sylvia and Christina for sharing. I think that's everybody that's on the phone that was there. Is anybody else? Was there anybody else there that I can't see? I don't think so. And then I know Sonia wanted to talk about Push Week. I think, oh, sorry, I'm scrolling. And Sonia, you're nodding your head. Yes. Talking about Push Weeks. So, for a lot of you that are on the phone that have experienced Push Weeks before with us and what that looks like, or if you have not, and this is you've been on the call, we've had other Push Weeks before during this 90-day game plan. It's just during this 1 week where you really focus on your business and you put all your efforts into like whatever it may be. Maybe for you, it's enrollments. Like you're focusing on as many enrollments as you can just in this 1 week, or maybe for you, it's helping your people become the people that you recently enrolled become consultants, like whatever it is that you're focusing on, kind of all the other regular duties go ahead, like aside, like usually maybe we're working literally in the pockets of our time, like an hour here, an hour there, but during push weeks, that's when you really want to focus all of your energy in your Isogenics business. And you want to spend every waking moment, any time that you have with it, because it's during these weeks that make the biggest difference in your business forever. This 1 week can change your life for like the year, to set you up and stuff like that. These are the times where you're going to have like massive enrollments or massive rank advancements that's going to impact the rest of your team and your business for, it could be a year or even more. It's really exciting. And it's like that. I like to always think about it from that, oh my gosh, I'm blanking out that, what's the enroll, like 30 people in 30 days. What's his name? I'm blanking out. You guys tell me. Somebody.
Eric Worre.
Yes, Eric Worre. Sorry. Yes, the Eric Worre. Yes. And it's all about that. And, really that's what our business comes down to. Yeah, it's nice that, we keep it at a steady place where you're enrolling a person here, a person there, but it's during these massive action weeks that we call our push weeks, where that's where you're going to see the difference in your business. And if you put the effort and the time, and you put like, this is the week where you tell all your loved ones and stuff like that, and like you have all your dinners already or whatever, that this is the week that you really have to spend all your time in your Isogenics business so that it can grow, and that you'll see a big difference in it. So I don't know what else you want me to share about that. So yeah.
I think the big thing is, I feel like we have so much momentum on our team, and it's kind of like all happening in like different groups, it's kind of funny for me to like experience this, because it's like just different teams, different people are moving at different pace, but there's a lot of momentum going on. Which is so awesome. And I just like want you guys to realize, like, literally October is the best month for Team Arrow, for Team Anchored of the year. And we literally just got started, So I think that there's a part of us that can definitely kind of feel like ready for the holidays and like ready for all these fun things that are coming around. But I just want you to like just wait on that, like just push from now until November 12th, like we said, just like stay plugged in for this 90-day action plan. And trust me, after November 12th, you're going to have a little break, whether you like it or not, because it's just the reality of this business. Like December and July are historically our slowest months for Isogenics. So I just don't want you to like start taking a break too soon, and then December you're like ready to go and no one's ready to go with you, then people are just not, you will enroll people in December. I think Kelly Dicker, didn't she enroll December 1st or something like that? So it will happen. Wouldn't you love to get on an airplane and meet Kelly Dickerhoof on December 1st? So it doesn't mean that you stop talking about it or that you stop working your business, but just know there are seasons in this business, and this is kind of like running a marathon. Like we're in that 90-day, like running a marathon push. Just keep going. And November 12th is going to come like that. That's also when I'm scheduled for a C-section. Right at November 12th. So I'm definitely going to feel that break. But yeah, just keep going. And like Anne said, like these push weeks, it's like we're always doing the same things. This business really is so repetitive. Sometimes I feel like, gosh, like I was telling Anne, I'm like, I don't even know what to say on the call tonight. Like I feel like I'm constantly repeating myself. But this business, once you figure it out, it's the same thing over and over again. Share your story, help people get started with Isogenics, help them fall in love with Isogenics, get them paid. Mm-hmm. Over and like that's literally like it doesn't change, and make sure that you're sharing the opportunity in there, which is the most important, I think, in my opinion, because I like to talk about business. So just keep going. Know that people are still looking to get healthy. We're almost wrapping up this 30-day challenge. I think today's day 21 or
21
22.
or so. Yeah.
In the initial 90-day action plan document, I had put, I think, another 30-day and then a 9-day, but I think that might be too much in the sense of like, I just don't know if we can if we can or if we should just jump into another challenge, because then they start to lose like their, what's the word I'm looking for?
Special, unique,
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, not a special. It's like, oh, they do this all the time. So I think like, let's wrap this up. And then I really we've done this in the past. We start announcing it right around October 20th. So we'll start announcing it like in a week or two, but it's the Candy Crush challenge. And it's like the pumpkin with all the candies, kind of like a theme of like a 9-day cleanse after Halloween. And I like that one because we never really advertised. Well, it's really an 11-day cleanse, but you know what I mean. We never really advertised a 9-day system or an 11-day system because we want people to start with the value pack and whatnot. But there are some people out there that when you market it as a 9-day challenge, it's just gonna, for whatever reason, it's gonna be more attractive to them. Like they're gonna feel like, oh, 9 days, I can totally do 9 days. I can't do 30 days, but I can do 9 days. And it's just really a way to like get them in to just experience it. I still sign people up for a value pack or a 30-day system, but I'm talking about how in those 9 days, you're really pushing hard and you're doing 2 2-day cleanses. So they're still following a 30-day system, but they're going to do they're going to do a 9-day in the beginning of the 30-day, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit more drastic. But you also get some crazy results. Like most people lose 10 pounds in that 9-day system. I don't think everybody can start that way. And again, just kind of see where your person's at. Like in your consultation with them, maybe they really should do a value pack and follow the 1 day a week system. But we're just marketing as a 9-day because it might get some new people that will talk to you about it, if that makes sense. And I think it's a good one because it's like, okay, Halloween's over. People are starting to get ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas. They have holiday parties. So it's like, do this before those holiday parties kick in, if that makes sense. And I know, like, when I'm not pregnant, I really like to do things to get ready for holiday parties. And I think about these things. So I think there's a lot of people that think about that. Some people do like the little black dress challenge. That's a cute theme too. Yeah, so that's it for that. I don't know, anything else? Anyone have anything come up? Any questions, concerns?
Well, I just wanted to mention one more thing about the push weeks and how like you talked about momentum. And when we have the whole team run all together, everyone together, it makes such a big difference. And you can feel the momentum, and that's when you get all the massive like rank advancements and stuff like that, you know. And it's always during these, like, it's really, I don't know what it is, but like when you have the pressure on for just 1 week and you focus so much, so many things can be accomplished. For instance, like hitting executive, you know, where it seems like you have like this whole 90 days but then it comes down to that last week, and then all of a sudden, like, wow, people are able to do it, you know, pull it together somehow in that last week. So don't give up and just keep on working at it, you know.
Yeah, I totally agree. So true. But you have to set the goal and be so committed, like literally, like your life depends on it. Otherwise it doesn't happen. It just doesn't.
It's true.
Okay. Anything else? Anyone else? Any concerns? All good?
Is anybody starting to make plans for NYKO yet?
Besides going, no.
I mean, like, anybody like think it like roommates, hotels, flights, tickets, anything?
No, but it's probably a good time to start doing that, Christina.
I just booked my room and my flight, so
Yay, good job.
and my mom is checking into a timeshare out there because she wants, you know, she's on a very low budget, so she's going to be driving and checking into a timeshare somewhere in the Phoenix area. So
That's great.
yeah. So, anyways, I just wanted to throw it out there.
Eric going with you, Christina?
He hasn't said yet. He's kind of on the fence about it, just with time off of work and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It may depend on if other guys go. He may step up. I booked him a plane ticket and, you know, and got a room. And if he doesn't, then it's all on points, so it's cancelable. And, you know, and I'll have room for roommates if he doesn't come to share a room. So
Where are you staying?
I booked at the Renaissance. I'm a Marriott Sheraton member.
Yeah, that was perfect, Christina, because it's like right there. Remember, you were there
Yeah.
last year.
No.
Like,
Last year we didn't book until like like it was too late and we were far away. And I'm like, I'm not doing that again.
no,
Yeah.
that's awesome. And I love NYKO for so many reasons, but I love that it's Phoenix because it's so convenient.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like everything's just so easy. Like you're just like there, you walk across the street, there's restaurants around. Like it's just, I hope they have NYKO there every year.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. It should. I mean, it's headquarters.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. And for people who do want to, if you want to tour headquarters, I know Christina brought this up, you do have to get there super early, like days early, so that you can get on that list or whatever, so that you can actually tour the headquarters if you want to do that, if you haven't had a chance to do that yet, because it books up super fast.
And I think just like this is a really good time to start getting commitments from people on your team to start going, or even just like those new people that you are totally recruiting more for the business side. I mean, we're always recruiting for all, but you know we have business people that we're like, if I could just get you to an event, it will change everything. You know, I think there's so many of you on this call that if I didn't get you to an event, or if one of us didn't like make you go to an event, you wouldn't be here. Like events are just so powerful. So start thinking about like, who are some of those people that you're like, I just need to make them go. Like, I mean, probably one of the funniest stories is getting Jamie to go because literally we didn't really know each other. And I'm like, you are going. I have a ticket for you. I have a hotel room for you. You're going. And she's like, what? Like, crazy girl? Like, why? Why do you have these things? And I'm like, you're going. But I mean, clearly it was a great decision. And just be smart about it. You know, I certainly don't do that with everybody, but there's people, if you see the potential and if you see somebody who is influential and somebody that you really want to link arms with, do what you can. And, you know, like maybe you can't pay for their ticket. Maybe you can pay for half of it. And I also have learned, like, you definitely want them putting their part into it, because otherwise, like, I've had people not show up. In fact, the room that Jamie had consisted of at least 2 other girls that I can think of who I also bought a ticket for, who were supposed to share a room with Jamie, and they didn't show up. So then that's money that I wasted on their rooms. I mean, on their tickets, and Jamie got a room to herself. But it's like, you know, then you learn. Like, it's like that you do want people to have some skin in the game where they're not, where it's just not, I mean, literally one of the girls told me the day of, like, she's like, oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm like, like, how do you figure that out the day of? You know what I mean? So just be smart about it. But you guys know that, you know, just be smart about it, be selective about it. But it can also be a great business decision, you know. Maybe it's that one person that you're just like, gosh, I know that if they went, once they see the vision, they're going to run with it, you know. So this is the time, because if you start asking in December, they've made plans, they can't take the time off, Like, you kind of want to get those plans rolling, I would say by the end of October, mid-November at the latest, you know, and for people on your team too. Okay. Perfect. Anything else? Anyone else? Really good point, Christina, though. That's good. We really need to start thinking and talking about that.
I just want to give a plug again for the Lindsay Wynia's creating consultants. Like I YouTube her, and then there's other videos that she's done too and stuff like that. And it's just so good. Every time I hear it, I'm like so inspired. You know, she gives you so many concrete things to do to help your business and to help create consultants. And so, you know, I know that all of us are on the call. Last week we talked about like helping with enrollments and stuff like that. But I think a lot of us are still struggling or working on creating consultants and helping people share. So I like how she makes it so easy, you know.
Can you share that in Team Aero Biz and like the link?
Yeah, sure.
Because one of the reasons I love Lindsay is like, she's just so simple. Like she makes it like so, like Anne said, it's concrete, and it's just like the wording that she uses. It's like, oh, duh, like that's so simple.
Yes,
of course, why wouldn't everybody do that? Or like that's a great way to explain it. And the more that you listen to it, the more that you say it too.
Yes, and I think it comes down, and she mentions it too. It's all about posture. I think a lot of us who have been around for a while now, I think your guys' our posture is so good about enrolling people, right? Because now you're so confident about the products, you're so confident about like, you know, the company and everything like that. But now we need to get, I mean, and in the beginning, those words didn't come out easily from our mouths. Like we had to listen to Eric Worre a bunch of times before like it became more natural for us to ask people about their health goals and things like that. And now I'm always so impressed when I hear anybody on our team. I'm all like, oh my gosh, it's so cool that like, you know, I can tell that we've all grown and learned so much. And I think like that's the next level, is to get like that posture and more practice on doing what Lindsay's doing and making it really secondhand nature, to not just going further than just the enrollment, but also, you know, planting those seeds to create consultants to help people share from the beginning.
And the posture around the business.
Yeah.
You know, like there's just so much to be said about that. Like, how are you talking about the opportunity in the business and your posture around it? Because if you hesitate at all, people pick up on that.
Mm-hmm. I love her thing about the completing the enrollment, you guys. And I'm going to admit that it's been hard for me since, you know, back in the day when I got people social, I never had a hard time getting people social, and everyone was an associate. But now that people are preferred customers, PCs, and you have to have them go in and put in their social, you know, that's been challenging for me to, like, I guess, get used to doing that. And she just says how it's so important to do that so that you can go back and have a conversation about the BV that they've accumulated and stuff. Because if you don't have them become from a preferred customer to becoming an associate, then after 3 months, they lose all that BV. And then you don't have anything to go back on to talk to them about how much BV they've accumulated, or potential cycles and potential money that they have just sitting there, you know, like they used to have. So just little tidbits and advice that she gives like that, I think is great. And just practicing using that verbiage, just really practicing it. And that's where the posture comes from too.
Yeah. All right. I know we're going to get cut off. All right, you guys. Good night. Have a great week. And we'll see you next Monday.
Good night.
Good night, Sonia.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.